Welcome back to the channel. My name is Nutraisin. We are playing PLO 20 on Run It Once. See what the player pool is like. We might be playing some PLO 10 in the beginning as well. Till the pool fills up. Just try to align this nice and tidy. Looking good. Yeah, so sorry the stream started a little bit later today. I had to go mushroom hunting. It's, what's the word in English? I think moral season, and that's... You can't get any better mushrooms than these, any tastier ones. Right, so new day, new stream. Might be a mixed stream in the beginning. As in, I'm gonna have some, hang on, I still sort things out. Gonna have some micro gaming tables in there as well. Fair enough, I'll just update the stream title. Yeah. So, yesterday, or the last 2 days I should probably say, were pretty spectacular. Like between the last 2 days I'm up more than 500 euros. And I'm very happy, naturally, about all of that. Oh, we got action here, and I got Idru out on the turn, and then he made a full house on the river. Interesting. Yeah, and so in total, I think I did the math yesterday, I forgot. I have to actually ask my Nightbot. The results are... Oh, that's not gonna work if I misspell it. Curious myself, which is why I'm putting that in there. Yeah, so 139 buy-ins. Keep in mind, most of that is still from PLO 10. So that's the amount of buy-ins we're up since Run It Once opened. And that does include the deposit bonus, but it does not include the streamer rake back. Wait, what? Apparently there's a PLO 50 table going on in microgaming that has an average pot of 48? What the deuce? 48 euros that is, so I'm sitting down on that one as a short stacker. There's a PLO 10 table with an average pot of 9, wow. Let's open that one too. Okay, let me check if everything is properly aligned, all the tables are in view. Yeah, good enough. And let's play some poker. Let's watch this for a moment. You know, with this high average pot, like something is clearly going on this table. It is possible that the person who was responsible for this average pot size now left. It's also possible that it's this guy. Because it's not him, it's not him. I know these people, I remembered this name vaguely, I don't think he was a maniac. So it's either this one or nobody. And I'm sorry about that. Just checking up on the other PLO 50 tables to see if... Ooh, yes. There's somebody sitting down that is of interest to us. And turns out there is. Damn it, now was there a showdown here? No, I lost. No, I'm not missed it. Should be in the chat, right? No. But if it is indeed this dude that is responsible for the high average pot, then he's also sitting on another table, so let's watch. Right, and I have one more PLO 50 table as a short stacker open on the side. I'll move it over if something of interest happens. Because there's somebody sitting down there that is certainly good for a buy-in or two. Need to let this one go. And I have action on the other table right away. Vanis! Hey, thanks for the good luck! And welcome to the channel! Here, I would say this is a pretty decent board. Right, so this is the other short second table where I went all in, didn't get called, fair enough. Here, I raised, he came over the top, I called, I have the nut flush draw, now I have the nut flush, which is awesome. Oh, he's really short, I didn't notice that at all. That would have changed a few things. Well, actually, it wouldn't have. He finds a fold, and that is very impressive. You turn a straight down here at the regular PLO 10 table. I do take it down, which is very nice, of course. Right, so this short stacking table I'm gonna leave. There's nobody of interest here. I thought it might be this dude, doesn't look like it's him. And I also have more tables open from on run at once, and as soon as those fill up, I'm gonna move out. I'm gonna close the microgaming tables. Check 10, 5, 6. Even closing the action, I'm letting this one go. Ooh, and another PLO 20 table indeed opened. Wow, like backdoor quads. Yeah, and that's also the dude that is the reason why I'm sitting on this table. Mr. Gone Broke. And I've seen him live up to the name a bunch of times. Yeah, unfortunately the money has to go in here against him. We're not doing bad. Actually, no, we're doing excellent. Nice! And being a short stacker, that means I'm now gonna leave the table. As soon as the blinds come around, which they are right now. Right on! So let me check if this dude is possibly sitting on more tables. He is actually, wow. Shit, I need to, yeah, we're gonna need to play some microgaming tables. There's stuff going on. Just gonna check here. Sorry about that. Yeah, so this might be, this part of the stream might be one where I can't talk as much strategy. Because I'm gonna be playing on at least one more table than usual. For a while, because those tables just look so juicy. Wow. I think I'll take that. Right. So we're sitting on 3 run-and-runs tables and 3 microgaming tables. One is over here, but this one I'm gonna move. I'm gonna close. This is a PLO 10 table. I have 2 more PLO 20 tables on the side. I'm gonna move these over as soon as something happens. It's just that on each of these tables there are at least, on each of them there are 3 people I've marked in red. So usually a sign that they're a little bit too crazy with their money, to put it mildly. And I would very much like to be a part of a few pots with those guys. Yeah, gone broke, just went broke on another PLO 20 table. We have a decent hand up here. I'm not going to come over the top. If he calls, I'm not entirely sure if I should be squeezing, but I kind of doubt it. I'm not sure. You know what? At least one of the dudes I've marked as Maniac is in fact looks like a competent player. Sometimes it's hard to tell with a few hands. Somebody is crazy or just, you know, good. I'm gonna need to let this go 4 ways. Got more kings over here. What? Man! What in the deuce? That came out of nowhere. Thank you very much for the sub. Wow. Thanks a lot, sir. That is quite a thing. That made my day right there, man. Against the button here, you could have any sort of hand. I don't mind c-betting too much. Maybe it's a little bit too optimistic, but oh well. What's done is done. It's pretty funny. I'm not folding. Hey, he had absolutely nothing. Don Korea! Welcome into the channel as well. Thanks for the good luck. It can't get much better than the last 2 days. In case you just tuned in and you haven't heard, the last 2 days I'm up over 500 euros. Not all of that on run-and-runs. I had an off-stream session on mostly microgaming where I just ran like God on the PLO 50 tables short stacking. Happy Monday indeed, Bracerman. You made my Monday very happy. Thank you for that. And thanks for the good luck wishes. So on one of the PLO 20 tables on the side, I've turned rather well. I'm gonna move it in over here. I actually could have maybe checked even. Here also flop pretty nicely. Okay, so took that one down. Don't turn all that well, I would say. It's not saying anything about the river, which is even worse. But we do take it down. Against a rather optimistic hand, I would say. Not sure what the holdup is up here. We have a pair and a gut shot. Raven, what do you mean? You mean like when I start the stream, one of the first words should be that I'm live, that it's not a recording? Oh, on Discord. I didn't. Oh, I didn't do it in my. That's a good point. I didn't do it in my Discord. I'm not used to having a Discord yet. That's an excellent point. I'll do that right now. Actually, there's supposed to be a bot that does it for me, but I haven't figured out why it doesn't do it yet. Yeah, thank you. I'm just gonna check behind here. Not hating this spot, obviously. And we're good. Yeah, you're completely right. Here we're gonna play a hand against Gone Broke. With pleasure. Yeah. Hey, Don Korea, I just saw your message. Wow. I'll read it in a moment. Actually, possibly in a while, because right now a lot of things are going on. Ugh. As far as turns go, rivers go, I hate this one, obviously. Gonna be a tough one. Not sure I can fold against Gone Broke, to be honest. Ah, good thing you didn't bet. So against him I don't need to take any notes, like what he's 3-betting with. I just assume he's completely nuts. Right, the Discord. Yeah, and after the session I'm gonna figure out how to get the bot to do it for me. On the second microgaming table, let's say I flop well. Unfortunately, here Gone Broke left, so I can actually leave this table in a moment. And then things will quiet down a little, then I'll only be sitting on 4 tables as usual, making it much easier. Check if he sat down at other tables. Nope. Not quite. here we flop a little bit of a piece. We do have the second nut flush draw. Down here I decided to be sticky and call closing the action. You know, I don't mind playing hands with Gone Broke, obviously. Here, multi-way, I'm gonna let this one go. Second nut flush draw is not that happy of a thing. Yeah, I doubt I'll be folding against him. Yeah, if he has the better flush, then so be it. He is just too crazy to consider folding a flush against. Even if he comes over the top now. Oh. That'll work. Flopping them nuts. Here, this one I'll fold. Giving us a flush draw on top. Maybe we're lucky and he turned a set of kings. That would be nice. Ooh, and I got a hand on the Gone Broke table. He has King Jack 4 double suited. And I mean, I'm all for that. It's probably not gonna work, my friend. Nice! Shazam, we took down. You know, we doubled up. Great start. And wow, interesting. Ah, too bad. Too bad, too bad. Oh, no worries, Raven. I did too. I did too. So we're gonna have a rather interesting hand on our hands here. Hand on our hands? Just a table that I actually wanted to leave. I think about it. Ooh, I'm in this hand. I didn't know that. So I thought I had folded here. Sorry, guys, at the table. I ended up calling there and then I'm making my flush in the end on that table, and I'll just check. Bring it over. Not folding, now that I did make my flush, but he does have the jacks. Certainly not unlikely that he has them the way the hand went down. A little bit unfortunate, but I guess my exit was the turn. That'll do me just fine, most likely. Right on. So having lost that buy in there, I mean, I did win, I doubled up as a short stacker, right? So we're still up for the day already. Hopefully this happy state of affairs will continue. think I'll go for the bluff here, the way this hand played out. I think there's a reasonable chance I get 3 folds. Nice. Very nice. Ah, damn it, I forgot to exit the 5th table. Oh well, next orbit. And on that table I do flop the nuts. Pretty sweet. Hartman! Welcome back, man! No! Cartman! Gartman or Cartman? Is it with a K or with a G? But I remembered that it's not Hartman. I'm fairly confident continuing to bet here, seeing that I have all the 7s. Okay. Okay, yes, the same hand with a flush redraw, and I'm very happy to split this one in the end. Yes, we did! Up like 210 euros yesterday. Plus, you know, some rakeback will come our way as well. Call your once, probably. Not sure, to be honest. I didn't really think about it. So between yesterday and the day before, I'm up more than 500 euros actually. What? What?
GLGL.
Nick Pip K. Wow. Did you subscribe for 3 months? Am I seeing that right? Jesus Christ, man. Thanks a lot. Hi. Can't tell you how awesome that is. Wow. I'm still, you know, I'll be honest, I'm still not used to that at all. I get the slight goosebumps every time something like that happens. Awesome, man. It's quite a thing. Did you think? Shazam indeed. Oh lord. Okay, I have aces on the gone broke table, and he comes over the top. That's gonna be awesome. I mean, I doubt it'll be better than seeing you subscribing there. Let's start out by checking here, possibly. Well, we got some stuff going on a lot of tables, actually. Hang on. We got this, and we got this as well. Right, so here the money is going in. On table 2 he called, and I'm gonna check. No, he gets there in the end, right? Yeah, with 3 kings. That shouldn't be allowed. I took it out on table 2 at least. And have another set of jacks, miraculously, on another table. On this board, I'm just gonna call. This is not the happiest card, I don't know. Now every time I look over the chat and I see the subscribing thing, it makes me smile something fierce. I mean, I'm not folding here and I don't want to give a chance for a spade to roll off. If he has kings, if he turned kings, then, you know, tough shit. No. Ugh. Ugh. Gartman with a soft G. I'll remember that from now on, Gartman. Ah, that was, of course. That sucked. Wait, did you say thank you? I don't know what he said. Doesn't matter. Oof, there was some... I mean, on that one on table 1 I could have possibly avoided it, but... Then again, kings is the only hand that I'm beaten by. Oh man, whatever. And the beat on table 4, you know, that comes with the territory. At the top pair you could have easily made 2 pairs to beat us, but... instead he ended up making... trips. Fair enough. Ooh, and in case you haven't seen, I am now doing like a best of video every day for all the streams. So usually more than one video actually. And has its own category in my Twitch channel, so if you wanna, if that's interesting to you and if you wanna catch up with the stream in that way, then now you can. And I also upload them to YouTube, but there it's always gonna be delayed by a day or 2, depending on when I get around to make the clips. Because whenever I do the clip, I create the clip, then I need to wait 24 hours until I'm allowed to upload it to YouTube. So we're not gonna fold here. So let's check. Actually on run at once we are still, I think, a tiny bit in profit for some reason. I'm not really sure why. Sorry, I just had a strange email. What was I gonna do? Right, I was gonna check the tally on microgaming, which I think we're down here a little bit. Closing the action, I think, yeah, probably. Yes, on microgaming we're down to buy-in, no big deal. Gonna call you once. Zulan4! Hey, grüß dich! Zulan4, one of my very dear real-life friends. Yeah, nice to see you. Schön dich zu sehen. Checking out the channel. What? What is going on today? Hi, I'm running out of words, guys. Raven. Thank you, wow. Thank you very much for the sub, man. 3 times the charm indeed. Jesus, I'm almost speechless. Thanks a lot. You tell me when I stop smiling. Are we taking this one down? Wow. You're kidding me, right? So Zulan4, this is not how it goes. I'm not. This channel is not that, you know, it's not that crazy yet. What you just witnessed is just blowing my mind. Jesus Christ, Gartman, thanks a lot as well. I've officially run out of words. can only repeat myself at this point. Thanks, everyone. That is... I don't care what happens at the tables today. You all just made my day. Wow. Thanks, guys. So we don't get anywhere here with the open-ender and the pair. That's fine. I didn't feel the need to bet at any point. Here I certainly feel the need. Yeah, no kidding. No kidding, Raven. Wow. And this is a pretty ugly board. Which doesn't concern me at all right now. The way, you know, with everything that just happened. It's not a bad, not the worst card, let's put it like that. Indeed. Yeah, again, guys, thanks. That is completely crazy. I'm just gonna check behind here. And potentially, I was a little bit trigger happy. He raised and he came over the top and I cold called, which is why the pot is so large, but I felt I want to basically, and now I'm gonna put the money in here. A beautiful spot over here where I have more aces and I have a 3-bet and facing me. He only has kings. Come on, come on, do it! Oh, only kings! That should not be allowed either. He has kings as well with a... Okay, he doesn't get there at least. And here from my end, I was gonna say the money is gonna go in. With the splash. It might actually. So, oh, now it's not. 3-bet. So let me take a look at that last hand. And take a note, that was certainly to lose. You don't 3-bet that hand ever. Unless you're up against Gone Broke here on the microgaming table. So he had the King, King, Queen, 5, single suited to the King. Got more aces over here, but we can watch this first. King, Queen, 5, single suited. Right. Gonna size up here a little bit without a diamond. So that was certainly unfortunate. Not hitting anything. I think I might have been a favorite there. Actually on the flop. The gutter, the overcard, the front door flush and the back door flush? Yeah, it might have been. I'm gonna let you know what happens over there. We have a interesting spot down here as well. Certainly a very nice hand. Jack, Jack, 10, 9. So he checks on table 1 and I'll check behind. And we're good. He had a pretty bad hand. Queen, 3, 5 deuce, something like that. Need to let this one go, unfortunately. Aces against King Deuce. Wow. Ace King 4 Deuce. There's certainly a whole bunch of hands already for today's highlight reel. Wow. I'm closing the action with the jacks. Some nutted outs I'm gonna call even though I'm not suited to the ace. More splashes up here. On the microgaming table I'm gonna fold against the half pot size bet even though I have the jack high flush draw. Don't really like that spot. Looks like this is certainly a good table to be at. Seven against kings, huh? Vote nay? Oh yeah, I guess because of that. The hand where I lost on table 2, right? Nah. Let's play this one though. Just gonna check kings are good. Here, a raised, he came over top. Being three-handed, I decided to be sticky. Might be good actually. And wow, I should have stayed on that table. I usually don't play three-handed, at least I don't do it well. Whew. That'll work. Okay. Here, decided to come over the top. What a board. Right, somebody was asking me yesterday, or I was telling that... Hang on. Probably have to let it go. Right, I was talking about that that the mastermind from Genenders, of course, has these Excel files with all their hand ranges and stuff, and that a friend of mine made a tool for me to display those hand ranges graphically. I actually found that tool and put it on my Discord in the off-topic section. So if you're interested in that, if you're a mastermind member and you're using these Excel files and you would like to have the hand ranges displayed as cards, then now you can head over to my Discord and you'll find it there if you want. Let's watch this. So he 3-bet once more. Uncle Schnitzel in the house as well. Wow, everybody's here today. Welcome back, Uncle Schnitzel. Long time no see. I think I've just gone potted with my stack size here, with overcards, over pairs, I should say. Or rather one. Not gonna be too sad if the money goes in. Jacks are probably... No, really, he gets there with the gutter? Wow. Oh, fair enough. This is a great table. This is one great table. And down here, let's see what happens. I get raised on table 1. Dirt in your hand I can call with. Down here he takes it down with aces. Ooh, sizable bet I would say. Goes for the full pot. Need to let it go. See you later, Raven. Thank you very much for the subscription, man. That is... means a lot to me. Sure, let's go for it. Against the crazy dude, I decided to cold call with a hand that I usually don't cold call with. But you know, I would love to play more hands against him. In this case, I'm not, hopefully not gonna be worried about the board pairing. Here things get a little bit more expensive than I had hoped. Ooh, this is looking nice though. We get 3-bet holding the ace-ace 10-6. Can't get much better than that. End up making the flush here. I don't really love it. Okay, let's put the money in here. Here's a flush draw. Does not get there this time. Nice. We double up there. He bets really small, so the small bet I am gonna call. Get more aces on that table number 1 where I just doubled up. Nice. Very nice. With the aces I take it down pre in a splash pot, so some breakback coming our way. And let's see, maybe this is going to be another amazing day. The last two certainly have been. Up 500 euros over the last 2 days. I'm repeating it because it's a fun thing to repeat, and also there's some new viewers in the stream. Just tuned in. Here I'm definitely gonna at least call. Oh baby. Please bet, please bet, please bet, please bet, please bet. Okay. He might be playing for a pretty large pot here. He has us covered. We were at 150 big blinds, a little more than that at the beginning of the hand. Let's do it. Does he have a flush draw? No! He has crab! Oh no, he has... No, not like this, really? Ooh. Okay, so that happened. Maniac. So we had the set. He had, I believe, absolutely nothing, like at all, and ended up making a backdoor flush. Wow. Ooh. Puke. Well, that's not good. I'm gonna let this one go now on a paired board. Up here I came over the top, he cold call, and he called. Gonna call this once. That's a very tricky card. think we might be taking this one down. Nice. Getting some money back. And here, I think actually I'm gonna come over the top. He is just... we saw him pot a very questionable hand just now. And it's kind of weird to just call this. I think there's a decent chance we're ahead here sometimes. Come on, do it. No, not this time, huh? This time he had the kings. Fortunate. That was his image definitely working for him there. Might be a swingy day. So how are we doing on microgaming, by the way? Almost breaking even on Michael. And I think like down 1.5, 2 buy-ins. Yeah, 2 buy-ins on Run It Once. That one huge pot man that would have been it. But the others shall come along. Take this one down by some miracle. And on this table I would love to buy in deep now. Well, the session has been going on for not even an hour. And it's been pretty crazy. Pretty action-packed. Take it down. Wow, another huge pot up here. These guys are just feeling... Oh, he had bottom 2. I didn't see the bottom 2. Thanks, Frenchie. I didn't notice that. And yeah, welcome back, Frenchie. Thanks for spotting that. Yeah, the all-ins are over so quickly right now in Run It Once. I suspect that's gonna be fixed in the next patch, which they're working very hard on. But right now it's sometimes tough to follow. River Suli, thank you very much for the follow. Oh, that's very kind. Here we have a gutter and nothing else. Well, not nothing else, we do have the jacks actually. Hang on, this song might be not the right one for this channel. Yeah, I think it'll never be played again. I would love to be in here, but can't quite justify it. Sorry, let's watch this. The winning hand there. No, he made a straight in the end, okay. Okay, let's watch this. Wow, is he loose or what? He called with a ace 4 on that board? Wow. So the other tech was correct, huh? He is loose. Lucid in his stats suggest. I get raised here, this one I'll let go. It's a 10-5. Blind versus blind here, the 9987. Suited to the 9, take it down. Not a large part on the microgaming table. So note that Gone Broke has a 3-bet of 44%. 8 out of 18 chances he had to 3-bet, he did. He has a low 3-bet but a high 4-bet. This hand I'm still not gonna fold. Ugh. Well, it's just an open-ender, but we do have all the back doors. Ugh. Please check, please check, please check. Although I don't give him King Jack all that often. Oh, perfect. Nice! Nice! Whew. What did he decide to 3-bet there? King, Queen, 10, 7. Yeah, sure. Here, I usually don't call 3 kings, but against this dude closing the action, button raise, we got this code. Well, that'll work just fine for me. Not a huge pot here. Well, not huge yet, but it has the potential to be. On table 3, where I had the trip kings, I did take it down in the end. I bet the river, he folded. So with that, I think We're on our way back. Down like 1.5 binds now, a little less. Yep, never gonna fold against him. Not if he 3-bets 45% of his hands. And it's gonna be heads up, which is neat. Ooh. Interesting. That looks very much like a value bet. Not sure I can fold against a set against Gone Broke. I mean, he's not c-betting all that much, that's the problem. No, I forgot that the time bank doesn't kick in automatically. Well, you know, chances are that wasn't a bad fold at all, to be honest. So here with the nutflush blocker, I called for the obvious bluffing reasons, which I really can't do on the paired board now. Here things get rather interesting as well. I mean, they all check really. Took it down on table 2. When I had top trips. Nice. So we have a top pair, backdoor flush. And now a gut shot. Frenchie Lacroix. I thought I had a nicer hand. And it seems that it is still true that the afternoons, early evenings are closing the action. I'm gonna call a very good time to play on run at ones. Tables seem to be consistently tighter in the like early evening, like in an hour, and then get looser once we get closer to midnight once more, I think. At ace is pretty unfortunate. Top 2 sounds pretty good, although we are 3 ways. You have a nice hand on table 1. Ace, King, Queen, 7, double suited. Just gonna check behind here in a single raised pot. Nice. I think he would have bet an open-ender on the flop. Again, I cold called in the small blind, which I shouldn't do too often, but against him I feel there's value there. All for the board pairing, but not the queen. Might slow him down though. Nice! How did we take that one down? How did we take that one down? What did he have? Over here I raised the kings. Let's see if I take it down. No, in the end, yeah, I kind of figured a 10 wasn't a good card on the river. And he had a 10 indeed. And Mr. Danielle had the ace 10 10 4, so he had the 10 blockers. Fair, yeah, that makes sense, I guess. Here I have the gut shot and nothing else, pretty much. Same is true here. I was gonna say I might actually call here if he bets. Right, so are we moving up on run at once? Yeah, a little. I'm gonna call here. I don't think there's gonna be much. I hope there's not gonna be much re-raising going on. Mr. GTO says der Alte. Welcome back, der Alte. Always awesome to see you back. Well, probably, definitely not Mr. GTO, but I appreciate the sentiment. And we got bad beat in a huge pot earlier, otherwise we would be in profit, and the day is going reasonably well. Down like a little bit, 1.5, 1 buy-in, something like that. Okay. Here, the always expected raise from Gone Broke. Here, this is an interesting one. I think I will lead this one, actually. Or triple pairs, I guess, whatever the word is. Right, so I have 2 pair backdoor flush and an open-ender. Even against the Queen 10, we have outs. Here, Kings 1 against nothing. Really hope he doesn't have the Queen 10. Shazam. I'm gonna check here. Ooh. Hello. Got aces on one of the... I was gonna say on the crazy table, but all tables are crazy right now. Here, I'll probably check behind... Actually, no. The aces take it down pre. Three base, I'm checking this. I have a gutter, a flush draw. Ooh, what do you know? Good stuff happening. And good stuff is happening all over the place right now. Here we turn the absolute nuts. And here we have the bottom set, which is not as happy, but you know, I'll take it for now. Certainly gonna pot it here. Actually on the rainbow board I could probably go a little lower, yeah. Then again, if he calls we can put in a huge river bet. Okay, we don't have the nuts anymore. Not today, sir! Not today! And down here, the price of admission gets entirely too high. Yeah. Like the board pairing here, there's a lot of 10-7 stuff like that in there as well. Turns out I would have gotten there. It doesn't matter, I didn't get the price, I think. It's clear I was behind at this point. Yeah, I think I just did, der Alter. Thanks, though. You know, and I'm very happy to repeat the results of the last days. Over the last 2 days, I'm up over 500 euros. Whew, it's pretty lucky. But yeah, let me check the latest tally now for the day. On microgaming up like... not much, like 5-6 euros. But how's it going on Run It Once now? Okay. On Run It Once we are now breaking even small profit, so yeah, everything is good. Take it down. Oh, sorry, Hartman. Gartman. Sorry, almost. You mean if I partook in something that is completely legal in that country? I would never do that. Please. Also, I wasn't in Amsterdam. I was in a like tiny. Doesn't matter. It was in a tiny village where that Eurocon thing happened. Like a gathering of friends is what it is at this point. And you know, yeah, Never do that. Never. Especially when I don't have to drive on the way home and, you know, in a place where that's legal. No, hell no. And I'm curious, Der Alter, what are you talking about? Like, what quizzes are you referring to? Sounds interesting. Right, it bears repeating. I put the tool on my Discord in the off-topic session that can visualize hand ranges from the Jay Nandas Excel sheets, from the Mastermind Excel sheets. So it's a really simple tool, don't expect anything too elaborate, but you can like input a copy-paste range from the Excel sheet and it'll give you the ranges, you know, with cards. And actually just talk to Oresto about it if he's interested in the tool. Like, I'm not looking to make any money of it. My friend set this one up as open source actually, and just it would be interesting for the mastermind members. And he did sound interested actually. Oh, you get a ticket for every correct answer within 3 months. 3 months of what? Actually, I'm going to put that question in the chat. That gone PLO Visions. Oh, okay. I honestly don't even know what it is. Need to look it up later. Can look it up right now. It's a pretty good flop. Giving us the nuts with a redraw to a 10 high flush. Really interesting. Maybe he wants to have a banner on my channel as well. Yes, on this table is on the looser side. Speaking about tables, there is another one where Gone Broke is sitting. And I'm gonna open that one up on the side. Okay, let's play a multiplayer one with a questionable holding. Really hope we get to see a cheap turn here. Okay, that's that. Yeah, mumbling. It's the government, man. It's the government. It's all their fault. They're after me. Something like that, Gartman. I would need to get a tie, though. Hang on, I do have a Winnie the Pooh tie somewhere that I wore to my graduation, high school graduation in Colorado. Which was, I guess, honorary, since I didn't really pass anything. Woot! you very much for the cheer. Wow. And I really thought I had it fixed now that the noise I set up plays. I have no idea why it's not working. Thank you very much, though, Killing Bird. That is very kind. Man, people subscribing, people cheering. What is going on today? Gonna come over the top here. And here I now have a pretty decent bluffing spot, I would think. Hope. So I get raised here. I think the bluff went through. I get raised here and I need to let this one go. Even... this is a crappy hand against a 3-betting range. 4-betting range, actually, but now multi-way? So, you know, seeing that he was deep, I figured there's some value here, possibly, if I flop pure. But in general, folding here is the answer. Because, you know, he's saying he has aces or really good kings, which he shouldn't 4-bet with, but still. Yeah, and aces. And he does have aces. And against that range, my particular hand, is not doing great at all. Much rather have something like he had, to be honest. Shadow Maniac is first there? Wow. Come to think about it, I haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, right? It really has been a while since I was thinking about him yesterday. So I think I saw his name somewhere. Not cool. Okay, let's do it. Let's hope this dude doesn't come over the top. Nope, no miracle flop. Fair enough. Also, again, very thin, but he is just losing his marbles, I'm sure. Against the 3-betting range, we can just plain old hit, you know, something really nutty. This Gone Broke character is just making bank right now on the 5th table off screen, where he just keeps hitting stuff with the worst hands imaginable. Gonna check. Yeah, I need to let it go. I cannot argue with that at all, Der Alter. You guys are an awesome crowd. That is exactly it. Alright, the following minutes might be a little lighter on the strategy talk, because I'm now sitting on 6 tables, just because of this Gone Broke fella here. He is certainly worth it. try to move tables over whenever something happens off screen. I'm gonna call once here with the gutter and the back door. Okay. Here I'm gonna call as well. No, an open ender, a gutter, and a flush draw. He checks, that is very nice of him. I end up making the straight and the flush. Right, so hang on. Here I'm gonna check behind, I think. Yeah, unfortunately I don't get there. I take it down on table 3. This is where I checked. Need to let it go. He must be stopped. I don't know if there's any stopping if the Shadow Mania can be stopped. He seems to be an unstoppable force. Get a hand on this table where everybody's gone a little bit crazy as well. Gee, everybody's gone crazy on every table. He leads out right away. Interesting. I would say this is a good flop. Oh, he gets raised. Very interesting. Wow. He leads? I really hope he doesn't have sixes. I'll be honest, I'm not sure what the move is here. No, it's not fold. He'd have a wrap and a flush draw. Now he checks. Okay, then you please bet. I think I'll go for it. I will check this out later today. Didn't know that was a thing, didn't know it existed. Okay, don't get re-raised, which is a lot of my mind here. Oh, and I think Gone Broke is ending his session. If that's the case, then fair enough. Yes, he is. He was right now sitting on 4 tables, one of them a deep PLO 100 table, so I can't unfortunately join him on that one. Because I can't buy in short on that one. Okay, we end up making a straight. 3 ways though. Might be good, never know. I'll keep you updated first. Let's take a look at this one. This one I'm gonna raise. This dude is just too crazy for his own good. This is not a hand I raise with often, but these are special circumstances. He 3-bet the king, queen 5. Not gonna fold here. Fortunately, the one Broadway card that I don't have rolls off. Too bad. Ooh, look at that. That doesn't happen too often. I have quads. Good thing it's not a huge splash pot. That would have sucked. Yeah, but I have no regrets the way this went down, that I came over top there against him. I'd much rather isolate, play him heads up in position to boot. And all in all, we're sitting on decent stacks. 34, 32, 46 euros, down here 37. Okay, Gone Broke is back. But he left one of my PLO 20 tables. He is on a PLO 50 table, but there's only 2 peeps there, and he's fairly short as well, so I don't see the value in joining the table. But I'll certainly keep an eye on it, in case it fills up. Then I'll sit down as well. Ooh, it is filling up now. Hang on. Okay, I'm now short stacking on one PLO 50 table where I have position on Gone Broke, which doesn't matter much when multi-tabling. Ooh, he went broke here apparently. Interesting. So I'm still sitting on 6 tables, closed down one of the PLO 20 tables he was sitting at. I think that's gonna be us, right? Tiny pop, but still. If he rebuys. Up here I raised, which is possibly questionable with the gap there from middle position. He bets pot, which isn't a happy thing at all. Yeah, he's not deep either. If he was deep, then maybe I'd think about it. I think I'll let it go. I have a much better hand on the table, the ace 10 6-5. Not a great hand, given the suits, but not bad. So I end up making a straight here. And 2 pairs, so I actually have some full house outs there. I think I'll start out by checking here. On this table I now bet half pot. Get checked around all the way. He bets not folding just yet. Make the top stuff pair. Take it down with the straight there. Not sure if anybody called. Actually on that table I'm gonna sit out as soon as the blinds come around. Frenchie, normally completely agree. The ISO and the with the fold, but against this dude I've seen him do just the weirdest stuff. So I didn't mind calling at all. I think he is a little bit too loose for his own good. Oh no, he's saying scared of kings. What do you have there? Aces. Okay, strange. Little bit strange. Gone broke here. I'm gonna ISO all day with this hand. Not unhappy if the money goes in. I would say this qualifies as a decent board. Yeah, so as I said, normally I think your line is perfect. ISOing is probably not horrible even in a vacuum against a lot of players, not just against somebody as crazy as this one. But the hands I seen him show down and 3-bet, 4-bet with, yeah, I didn't feel bad about that at all. Wow, huge pot down here. What is going on? Kings take it down on this board? What? Oh, he took it down, I think. A damn buck there. There's a €120 pot. Not folding here. Blind versus blind. Here, this is a good one to come over the top with. Yeah. Gonna fold on table 2, naturally. We don't flop great, but as the 3-better, definitely gonna c-bet this board. Nice. Small bet takes it down. Need to let this one go. Good point. Will do. I wasn't completely sure about it to be honest, especially with the club in my hand. I will. Thanks for pointing that out, Frenchie. Hugely appreciated, as always. Copying it into my hand file right now. Ooh, Gone Broke is back at either table. Here, the side cards are connected well enough. If he was shallow, it's a different, yeah. That was you, Paso, huh? Nice! Well, got the job done. So again, I'm sitting on 6 tables. Ooh, now it gets kind of interesting. I think actually I will. I don't think he checked the King 9, King 8. He doesn't have anything yet. I hope. Nice. Very nice. And against Gone Broke I flop 2 pair. So I'll try to bring it over. Still, I doubt I'll be folding. He's just too crazy. Cool. This is an interesting one, potentially. The open-ender, I have all the 9s. Maybe I would have liked to raise there. Yeah, I think I should have... calling is not the thing here to do. Raise or folding, I think is the way. As played, I mean... Against the sleepy dude. Let's go for it. Cool. Down here I did the old limp. In a decent splash. Not bad by any means. And we flopped pretty nicely, I would say. Gone broke, just went broke again on that other table. And he rebought, nice. I think I'm just gonna call here. Having no clubs and having my one of my outs blocked. You know, if he comes over the top, then it's gonna be the dream, of course. Okay. Okay, let's make a full house. I only called because he still has a lot of money behind. Here I have a decent hand. Really hope he doesn't come over the top again, because then I need to throw it away. Cool. Okay. So I made a rather loose all in here against Gone Broke and on this table. Maybe I got lucky. Made the flush. I'm still gonna check once more here, probably. That king isn't awesome, but I do have a king, and I doubled up here. Nice. So I'm gonna leave the PLO 50 table in a moment. You're gonna bet small. Ooh, I tell a lie, I won't leave the... at least I'm gonna play... Not gonna knit up on the PLO 50 table, that's for sure. Because I know I have a hand. Against Gone Broke. The same is true over here. I'll get back to that in a moment. Here a bunch of calls. Okay. Not gonna lose any more money in this hand. I'm gonna move the table back. See if I'm good here by the river. I am indeed. Neato. Still, I'm still doubled up on the PLO 50 table. Now here, that is the 3-bet. I think with this hand against him, I'm gonna come over the top. I'm gonna take it to the face. Really hope he doesn't 4-bet, because then I'm gonna have to lay it down, actually. Yep. Good enough for me. Okay, yes, various 2 pair outs. Come on, don't get there, don't get there. Nice! That was a healthy pot, 27 euros, heading our way. Shazam indeed. Whew. So how are we doing? On microgaming we are up 46 euros, and let's see how much rake back. Not much, like 50 euros in total. Certainly awesome. And I think on Run It Once we might be down just a tad. As in a few euros, something like that. Let me check. One buy-in down on Run It Once right now. Four ways here, huh? Fair enough. Nothing going on any other table. I think I'll switch micro gaming clients. So I do have a small bonus on another client that I still can take advantage of. I need to do a few points for, and right now would be a good time. We get them aces in the form of ace ace 9-5, single suited in diamonds. Oh, gone broke left. Is he leaving all the tables? Very fine hand up here. Here I'm actually gonna keep betting. Take it down there. Up here, flop top pair. From the board I have the kings and an open ender. Okay. I need to let it go. The kapow, indeed. Yeah, that was a good one. Need to let it go on the flush board. Can't be helped. Ace 10-6-4 again. I know I'm cold calling way too much, but again against this dude there's value. And I'm not sure I want to 3-bet this hand. When I say I'm not sure, I'm saying I don't know. It should be 3-bet. Zeph! Hey, welcome back, Zeph! Nice to see you back in the channel. And thanks for the good luck. So far, so good. You know, the last 2 days were spectacular. Basically. And we're up right now as well. Like 1.5 buy-ins, something like that. Oh, Gone Broke is not ending his session. He is still around. This one I'll let go. Yeah, and he's sitting on 2 more PLO 50 tables. 1 PLO 20, 2 PLO 50 tables. Not sad about that at all. Let's do some short stacking. This might help. Money's going in here from my end. And I think this song is probably gonna get the X as well once it's over. Yeah. What you got? 6-8? Come on, do it for me. Double it up again. And there's some days when short stacking just takes it out of you with the variance, and I don't wanna jinx it. But today is not one of these days right now. Not yet. Right about that song. And it's gone. Chance Peter in the house! Indeed, long time no see, my friend. Nice to see you back. That is very nice. I had 2 spectacular days the last 2 days. Once off stream. Like after I finished my stream, I got up because I was tired. Finished early, and then I got had a beer-fueled session, I'll admit that much. And I ran like God, I also have to admit that. It wasn't purely skill, I just ran like God. He doesn't see bet all that much, I think so. I'm glad you like it. They're still very indistinct. The friend of mine who did the badges didn't really know that the small, subtle differences won't show up. So I'm hoping, wow, huge flash. I'm hoping to have them a little bit more distinct at some point. But I'm glad you like it. Down here we flopped a nut flush. Up here it gets raised. I'm not gonna be able to do anything about it. I'll just fold. But here I make the nuts. And yeah, so between that day and yesterday, I'm up over 500 euros in the last 2 days. And today is going rather well as well, although we did get a few bad beats. It would have been interesting. Would have, should have, could have. I'm not regretting not being in that hand, don't get me wrong. Yeah, we got a bad beat here and there, but nothing horrible. Hang on. I'll get to the question in a moment, Zeph. And you chose Nico! Well, everybody is here tonight! Welcome back, you chores! That's amazing. Yeah, I just said I don't get tired of repeating it. The last 2 days were spectacular. Yesterday on camera and once off screen. I am up over 500 euros between the last 2 days. And here... Oh, sorry, I had the wrong thing here. Select for a moment, sorry about that. I think I'll just pot it this time. Looks like he lost all the stack. Ugh. Gonna call him just because he's pretty crazy. He's after King Queen. Yes! Yes, yes, yes! Woo! Baby! Alright, so while I'm waiting to get seated at one more PLO 50 table, right now I'm not seated on any microgaming table, because Gone Broke left the PLO 20 table I was sitting on, and I doubled up on the PLO 50, where I short stacked. Let's open up another run at once table for now. Got a call here. So right, Utro, Stico, and Chance and Peter, of course. We are sitting on some amazing tables. Like, the games are pretty crazy right now on Run at Once. And there's a complete maniac, like a money printing machine basically, on microgaming, which is why I have it open on the side. Are we good here? No. This fair enough. We want a small one. Why not? And chips were flying earlier. Let's check out. Let's get the latest tally. So on Run at Once, I'm down a little over 1 bine, I think. 23, 24 euros. Go for the squeeze here. But on microgaming, I'm up 64, 65 euros. Like 70 with the rake back, something like that. That is a decent board, I would say. Money is going in from my perspective. Against Ace Queen, I'm doing well, so even against Queens, I'm not too far behind, if at all. You take it down. Yeah, right. I'll show you something sexy. No, it's not gonna be me dancing. This is my microgaming graph from the last... How many hours did I play? 16 hours this month. Yeah, so 520 euros plus another 50 in rakeback, something like that. Of course, Utro Stico, PLO 20 for a while now, and slowly inching my way towards PLO 50. Hopefully in a month or two. Thanks very much, Utro. That is... makes me at a loss for words, Thomas. Thanks a lot. Very kind of you to say. Oh, at PLO 20, right. Now cause I was like, weren't you here on the channel ever since I moved up? Sorry, I misunderstood. So a good deal of that, actually let me check that out. I do have, like, a good deal of that came from microgaming. Actually 422, counting today, euros are from PLO 50, where I short stacked. And sometimes like doubled up after I doubled up again. Yeah, thanks. It's an awesome break from the last month where I, played an insane amount of hours and ended up breaking even. Plus rake back, but still. Thank you. He's just too crazy for his own good. So here I need to fold this, and I think I need to fold this as well. Gonna be sandwiched if he calls, and nothing about this is too appealing. Again, I'll be back in a moment. Sorry, I have no idea why that was muted. Yeah, I must have hit the hotkey. Thanks a lot for telling me. I'm gonna come over the top here. Perfect. Nuts stay to nuts. Possibly we have the same hand. I was thinking I've heard nothing in a while. Oh man, that is bad. When did I hit that hotkey? I have no idea. Anyway, I was saying, I've got to thank you for telling me, by the way. The tables are quieting down a little bit. Actually, this one doesn't look too hard at all anymore. Gonna look for better ones in a moment. But before I do, I will go on a short break now that everything is quieting down a little. Stream has been going on for 2 hours, 10 minutes. I think that's a good point in time to go on a 4 or 5 minute break. It's not gonna be long. Hopefully this is a good flop. 30 seconds, okay, then I thought okay, I feared I was muted for much longer. And no, I could never hate you. Smells like aces, but now I can't fold. Yeah. Ugh. Okay. Well, how did you win? Oh, if it's a turn 10? Ugh. That was a cheap shot, my friend. Wait, where's the add money thing? That was a cheap shot. Oh, and good timing for the break. Gone broke. Left the table. Left all the tables, I should say. That was just mean. Right, so in a moment I'll do just that. I'll go on a 4 or 5 minute break. Treat it automatic. No, in case you're not joking, all the music that I'm using on the channel, Raven, is royalty free, or it's from a site where I pay a monthly fee and then it's fine for me to use. Yeah, I use a epidemic sound is what they're called. Like other streamers that are, you know, that a lot of people use Spotify and stuff like that, but I'm not doing that for various reasons. And they boil down to that I could get into trouble, and with the YouTube export I would get into trouble. So I looked into free music providers, and there's like Pretzel Music and Monster Cat, I believe was another name. And they all sounded like, most of that music sounded like bubblegum tastes. Just ugh. But Epidemic Sound is a nice site that I found and that I used ever since. Okay, so we turn top and middle and the flush draw. He doesn't bet, so he doesn't have ace queen, I would hope. Oh, you know anything else that beats us? No, I hope he doesn't have ace-4. Paso, yeah, I'm not sure either. Good point. Oh, that was you, huh? Oh, then you're gonna get the friend of the channel shirt up here. That apparently is Paso. And how about that 3-bet, by the way? Let's look into that hand. So I raised the button, I think. And you hit the ace-10, 9-7 single suited. Well, I'm not sure I like the 3-bet. So one last hand here before the break. Hey Frenchie, always awesome of you to chime in here. Thanks. Right, I'll be back in 5 minutes or less. Thanks for watching so far. And I'll leave this table up. Because looks like there's gonna be a big pot brewing here. Be right back. And back. Thanks for hanging around, everybody. Did I miss a huge splash? I hope not. Okay. Looks pretty good to me. Good start. And at least it sounds like you had decent music in the meantime. Matthew Clough! Clough? Never sure. Thanks a whole bunch for the host. Matthew Clough is a mid-stakes, no limit player, and has a very nice channel as well. Do check him out. He plays No Limit 100, I believe. Not sure if you do it professionally, but it certainly looks like you do. Okay, this table is breaking. Yeah, how did your stream go, Matthew? I am gonna call here once. He checks, which is very nice. Here I posted and I raised. I'm not gonna fold now. He checks again. I think I want to turn this one into a bluff. Here... I mean, there are kings out there for sure, but that's the only hand I'm really worried about right now. Against that hand, of course, I'm doing horribly. Please don't have kings. Please don't have kings. Does not have kings. Just has aces. Nice! Shazam! And you know what? I don't want to jinx it, but on Run It Once, I know this is completely a perception thing, but I rarely get run out on these spots, like that the ace rolls off. I think it happened like once that I can remember. It probably happened more often than that, but still. Like, at least on microgaming, short stacking, it happened all the time. Then again, I played way more tables there, so that's probably the thing. And I do believe that the random number generator is random on both sides, so it's not a conspiracy type of comment. Just something I noticed. Aye! Right on, Matthew! My pleasure! If there are any other aspiring streamers in the channel right now, you know, I have typed up a bunch of tips that I've gotten over time in regards to how to set up the stream and everything. All the tips that I've gotten. Sorry, I was a bit distracted there for a moment. And yeah, I'll happily share them. And my genuine pleasure, Matthew. Happy to hear that they helped. Up here, gonna call blind versus blind. And here, closing the action. Also gonna call in a decent splash. No miracle flop this time, not a 4. Yeah, awesome that you could take something away from those tips. Glad to hear it, Matthew. And in regards to what's up, things have been going excellent the last days. Yesterday and the day before, in total, I'm up more than 500 euros. Although not all of that on Run It Once. I was short stacking off stream 2 days ago and just ran like God. Right. Good of you to mention that. I'll keep that in mind for future reference. So, Not a mid-stakes, more of a high-stakes player, that Matthew guy. And a very nice channel, as I said. Here, a half pot. I mean, I do have a gutter and a back door. Let's take one off. This is rather interesting. I think I'll c-bet this with all the flush draws. I don't mind getting the money in here, to be honest. It's not a... It's a board where I do expect to get some folds. Here I am gonna fold. I think I'll check behind. End up making the flush, and I think it's gonna... Hopefully it's gonna be good. Higher variance, big pot, super fun. It sounds like it. Short deck recently as well, huh? Wow. Yeah, so guys, by all means, check out Matthew's channel if you're into high stakes. I mean, who isn't? Right, so let's take a tally for the day. I know we lost in 2 nasty spots. We could be up a whole bunch more. On run at once, we are now breaking even. I think this one I'll let go. Just suited to 10. Doesn't sound that interesting. So right, on run at once we're breaking even so far. And on microgaming, we are up 70 euros. So that's what, 3.5 buy-ins? I'll take it. Huh. Okay. Oh, is that for a board? Really? Cool. Thanks a lot, Matthew. I'm not gonna say it was about time, but it was certainly welcome. I was not struggling the first month on PLO 20, but I got mistreated by the dealer, something fierce. Certainly made my share of mistakes. I'm not trying to deny that. But I didn't deserve that I broke even that month. Plus the rakeback, which was certainly cool. I would say this is a decent flop. Probably check it again, even with the jack in my hand. Wouldn't love to get raised here, and I can certainly call. Right on. Yeah, and actually, Matthew, I did check out your channel a couple of days ago. I didn't... I don't know if I said hi in the chat. I didn't have much time. I might not have. But I noticed that your channel looked very well done. I did notice. And at that point, I had actually forgotten that we talked on Discord, because I've talked to a few people in Discord, and I just thought, man, this table looks well done. Do remember that. So I think it's gonna be like roughly another hour of stream, and then I will go on like a 90-minute break, something like that. First, more action to come. This is a good start. The ace 10, 8, 6 double suited. I think it's a fine 3-bet. I can also call if he comes over the top, I would suspect. The gaps aren't great, but I think it's fine enough. Money's going in, we have a top pair, SPR is really low, backdoor flush, he has aces, he has the flush covered, which is unfortunate. And we don't get there, fair enough. We were not in horrible shape, Not pre-flop, not on that flop. Checking behind here. That 6 is hopefully not a bad card. Okay. Ugh. Ooh. We got them aces up here in the splash pot. I should have gone for the special here actually. Just limp and hope somebody raises. Take it down, some rakeback coming our way. Pretty nice. Oh right, I forgot about your question. Who was it? About Zoom. I don't like Zoom at all. At least for the stakes I played, it was tight as anything. Just nut peddling, and I didn't enjoy it at all. Sorry for forgetting about that question there. Aces took it down on that board, really? The other guy had kings, huh? Kings and a flopped open-ender. Delengo! Welcome to the channel! Thank you very much for the good luck. Gonna come over the top here, I think. Yeah. He just called, that's never bad news. Here, I think I'm gonna squeeze. As the 3-better, I'm always c-betting here. Take it down, and only get called here by the initial raiser. That is good news. See if I can bluff my way out of this. If not, then I'm done with the hand, obviously. And this is by no means necessary. I mean, I don't really mind just checking here, which is what I do almost always, I think. Okay, let's river a king, huh? Yeah, worth a shot. Again, not my usual MO. Stepped out of line a little bit there. It's really small, huh? Fair enough. All yours, sir. In a splash pot, I have a double paired hand. Not a great one by any means. Yeah, very glad to hear it. Yeah, busy schedule, been there. Been there. We flop is set. On an otherwise really dry board, I would say. Size down just a tad. If you have 10s, my friend, and you have 10s, I really hope you don't. 400 BB, I'm not doing anything but getting the money in. Oh. You're in rough shape. Is that a single suited board? No, it actually was an offsuit board, I think. I'm not folding here. Poof. Wow. Talk about crushing a board. He might lose another buy-in. I hope he does. As in, you know, I hope I don't lose. Ooh, that is rough shape. That is rough shape on that board. Yeah, wow, that's got a sting. If he didn't lose it before, he's certainly gonna lose it now. Let's do the splash pot special. Right, Delengo, if you have any questions about, you know, the channel, Run It Once, anything, let me know. I'm always happy to talk. Was happy to have something to talk about. Here we get a raise. A 3-bet, I should say. Here I make 2 pair and an open ender. Let's watch this first. On the other table he bets half again. I'm gonna call. And another ace rolls off, which is certainly not great. Is he gonna lose another one? Let's watch. What are you thinking about? What the deuce? Queen deuce deuce. He has a... This time he gets there. He had a 6 and the king I have flush draw. Fair enough. Need to fold this one. Okay, he's really deep, so let's flop something nice. Ooh. Okay, checking is fine. But making a straight, I believe. Cool. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna fold, by the way. I hope he's gonna find it really hard to call if he has a 6-4. He ends up folding. Which is mighty nice of him. Up here, it got checked through all the way. Maybe I'm good now with 8s. I actually might be. I blocked 9s. Jacks is a thing. Queens, queens, okay. This one I'm just gonna call. Ooh, on the table where Tyler is just letting loose, I have a very interesting hand. 8 high, perfectly double suited rundown. And I flop something, I would say. 2 pair open ender. Make that a straight with full house outs now. Well, yeah, the full house outs I had before, but... On table 2 I took it down with the bet there. Suspect I'm good here as well. Down here, re-raised, I called. Could potentially have come over the top. I kinda doubt it with the 8-4 with the gaps. And by the way, these are hands I really need to look into. Unfortunately, I don't have access to the, due to technical reasons, issues right now, to the matrix. I'm not sure if all of them are just cold calls, like where the cutoff is, what I should be folding. As played with the nut suit closing the action. Certainly gonna call here. Top 2 on an ace high board and 3-bet pot. He checks and... I find it interesting. So I mean the only aces that would check here are ones that have like broadways as well, like ace, king, jack, king, queen, stuff like that. More likely he has kings that he shouldn't have 3-bet in the first place. Well, actually never mind, he was squeezing, so there's squeezing going on with kings for sure. Tell a lie. And I take it down. Right on. Yeah, that means we're now up like a little more than half a buy-in, almost 1 buy-in on Run It Once, so in total 4.5 buy-ins for the day so far. Right on. Got aces over here. Get called, not 3-bet, that is certainly nice. Took it down with the c-bet with the aces. Ah, he folds as well, nice! Taking some pots down. Right, and it bears repeating for those of you who want to like catch up what's happening every day. I'm now starting the habit of making highlight streams that have their own section in my Twitch channel. Should be right on the top in my Twitch channel under videos. So they're between like 8 and 12, 15 minutes long, depending on how many highlights there were in any given stream. And I also upload them to YouTube if you prefer to watch them there. And yeah, so if you want to catch up to a stream, don't have time to watch the stream, but want to see what happened, then you can. In a decent splash pot here, 5 big blinds extra, €1. You have a very decent hand, ace, queen, 10-8, suited in hearts to the ace. Take it down, some rakeback coming our way. Don't mind if I do. Really? Hang on. Notre Dame is on fire? Unless it's like a sports reference, if you're talking, you know, architecture. Wow. Oh, that doesn't look like a fun fire at all. Damn. Damn, yeah, I see a picture here on the news site. But I would suspect the thing about, you know, there's some hope there. I mean, it's a stone building. The roof and stuff can be rebuilt. But judging from by the picture, there's no chance I can do anything about it. Although I have no idea about, you know, firefighting practices and what is possible, what is not. It just looks nasty as fuck. Wow. Let's hope it's an accident, not another terror-related thing. We've had our fish. We had enough of that. This table actually doesn't look that great. Now that I pay attention to it. Neither does table 4. Okay. Got aces here against the dude who is also fairly deep. He bets, and I'm gonna call. One more spade. I got. He folded there, so he has a raise folding range. What was it in MP? Certainly worth noting. What?
Hello. Is this the Stud High/Low Learning channel?
It is indeed! Not the Stud High Low. I'm sorry, Adam, if you subscribe to the wrong channel, no refunds. My friend Adam, thank you very much for resubbing. You're the 5th person to sub today. I don't think that ever happened, except for the one day where I just thought about it yesterday, by the way. Where you gave out all the subs in during that Jane Anders raid. And yeah, thank you for making it 5 and just subscribing in the first place. Hang on, stuff is going on all over the place right now. Right, here. I'm gonna check behind, happy to. We are good. Here, how deep is he? Here, he came over the top, I re-raised. It's also really deep. Mini hero, I'm gonna get back to you in a moment. He comes over the top, huh? I take it down on the other table, which is very nice. This deep, I think I need to let this one go. It smells like kings. For this price, even against the king 7, I'm not doing that awesome. I have backdoor hearts. I have a feeling I get shown this set here a lot. Even a decent wrap has me in rather bad shape for this price. I'll let it go. So 1 for 2. One of them I needed to fold, the other one I took down. Mini hero, wait. Hello and thank you for the kind words. Right, so if you 3-bet 100 BP deep. So I 3-bet, so it's 230 for 460. Yeah, probably call on the first one. And the second one, is iffier. I mean, the second one I probably fold, given depending on your opponent and like the population tendencies in the pool that you're playing in. On PLO 20, I could show on a 5 there a lot. So yeah, the first one I call, because the only thing I'm worried about is kings. He has a lot of king-queen hand type of hands that, you know, it doesn't necessarily need to have a set there. And for 100 big blinds, yeah. Right, Adam. Yeah, I hope that helps, Mini Hero. Let me know if you would like to know more, or hear more about my thoughts about that. And Adam, sir, things are going rather, and you know, you can do worse than listening to Frenchie. He knows his stuff as well, so by all means, take his input into account as well. Oh, I took this one down by some miracle. Right, Adam. Things have been going amazing the last couple of days. Like 2 days ago, I got tired and then I entered the stream fairly early that day. Really? Oh, okay, the 6. Ah, I didn't notice that there were 3 6s on there. I thought it was only the 5s. So and then I got the itch later that night, and I was like 3 beers deep. I admit I ran like God on microgaming, took down 300 euros that night in profit. Yesterday on stream I took down 210 euros, and today, ooh, this one might help. Today I'm up like 4.5 binds, like around 5 right now. He was the one who check raised top pair, huh? Okay, didn't get 4-bet, that's pretty cool. So yeah, between the last 3 days right now I'm up like 600 euros, something like that. That's pretty crazy. And I've also started to do a highlight reel, Adam, so I know you don't, if you want to catch up with the channel, then I do daily highlights in their own section in my Twitch channel, also upload them to YouTube and all that stuff. Have my own Discord now. So things are progressing very nicely here in Nut Raisin Land. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make a habit of talking of myself in the third person. Shit, more aces, wow. Is it orange or is it green? Not green, yellow, yellow. I thought it might be Paso, because he was on some tables with us. Ooh, and even more aces. This time I get a walk, fair enough. Let me check microgaming if the crazy dude came back, or if indeed other crazy dudes sat down. Hi, right on, Mini Hero. Happy to help. But of course, what Frenchy said is very important there as well. It really depends on the specific spot and also a lot on your opponent. So do get into the habit of taking notes on your opponent, like what they shove with and what they, yeah, like so you get a feel for the ranges. Ooh, hang on, this song might need to get killed. Yeah. Oh, okay, this part is nice. Okay. Right, so let me check out a few microgaming tables on the side, see who's sitting down. Get raised over here, I have no intention of folding. Not blind versus blind. Here he now finds the bet button, I'm happy to give it to him. I have a pair, backdoor flush. Oh, that's a rather interesting card. I think one I'm gonna bet. And I do take it down right away, awesome. So close. Why couldn't the 8 be a 9? Then again, I have no reason to complain or be greedy, so I'll take it as is. I think it's a little bit too large, that raise, that bet. I do have all the backdoors, but still. Okay, it doesn't look like any interesting microgaming tables are going on right now. Fair enough. Yeah, thanks, Adam. Was certainly good for morale. Actually, here I could have just limped against him sometimes, as aggro as he is. Flop a queen, no? Doesn't look like a queen. Okay, let's keep the pot small. I might not be folding if he bets. With the 4 in my hand, I doubt he has aces. He does have aces, so I'm... Okay. Not betting the turn there, huh? $1K last 3 days? What the deuce? Wow! What limits are you playing? $1K, Jesus. PLO 20 and 50, wow. Yeah, on PLO 50, that's, if PLO 50 is in there, then that's still amazing, but not, you know, completely crazy. If it was all PLO 20, then it would have been like, what the... Still, that's amazing. I think I might look for a different table to switch table 1 out. These two dudes are asleep. He is a fun player and I would love to play against him, but he has position on me a lot. And that's not a great spot to play deep against an aggressive player who has position on me a lot. Whereas down here, you know, I'm not worried. I don't mind sitting deep because I have nobody like him to my immediate left there. Frenchie, ugh. That is not great news at all, yeah. Certainly could have checked here, but at runtime I decided against it somehow. And on the new PLO 20 table, that is now replacing table 1. I have an awesome hand. Aw. Ooh, okay. That's an even more awesome hand. Looks like I'll have action this time. With the ace-ace 5 deuce double suited in the small blind against the cutoff raise. A cold call here. Interesting. Would you care to come over the top, sir? With the flush draw, money's going in at 100 BB. Deeper, I would possibly be careful here. There shouldn't be much calling, there should be raising. Or folding. Nines. Ooh, just making the quads casually there. Very unfortunate. It is what it is. Blind versus button here. I raised, he re-raised, I called, I flopped the top pair. Let's make 2 pair. Ugh. Well, we do have 2 pair, but I should have specified what I meant, actually, I guess. Okay. This looks to be a fun one. He checks once more, which I find a little bit surprising. Oh, damn it, we split it, huh? Took it down on table 1, unfortunately, right away. Not yet, Adam. No thoughts, cause I'm gonna I'm gonna apply to be an affiliate, but I need to check out the terms and conditions. And should I become an affiliate with them, then I will ask to possibly get like free access so I can check out the stuff. I've never subscribed, so I can't give any input. And if I do become an affiliate, I would love to watch the training first so I can give a qualified opinion if people ask. Because they do every once in a while. So here, it doesn't look like anybody has us beat at this point. Yeah, so I never tried it and don't have an answer for that one, unfortunately. Took that one down. And if you're down just a tiny bit on having lost that pot there. Wow, huge pots going on down here. And we're still up for the day. Like 3 buy-ins, something like that. Lol. Well, the lol is not as bad as the thank you. The lol is okay. This not how I just saw the message on the side of my streaming software. Is this the Start High Low Learning channel? That's a pretty good one. And I think I'll go on a break in like 5 to 10 minutes. I feel my concentration slipping a little. Unless somebody crazy turns up on microgaming. Nope. Our favorite crazy person hasn't turned up yet. Closing the action, I don't know. I think next time I say I don't know, I'll fold it. No use saying I don't know and always going for the aggressive route. Good evening. Jua! Hey, welcome back to the channel, Jua. Nice to see you back. The casual quads. Yeah, the daily quads, this time not an hour hand. But with the way things have been going the last 3 days, no complaints. Not even when I get quadded. And Paso, that's a good question. Right, reaching PLO 50 higher actually, I think is my goal. I suspect I will be at PLO 50, I hope, I hope, rather than suspect. Hang on. Within the next 8 weeks or something like that? And this is a very nice bet of you, sir. How about a 9 of spades? Not gonna fold here. With the 10 in my hand, this looks like an excellent card. I think that one, I hope that one won us the pot. And a decent pot. Ugh. I'm not gonna now the trouble is he's likely not doing this with aces, right? Unless he has aces and 10s or something. I'm gonna close my eyes and call. Shazam! Yeah, you know, not crap, but nothing substantial. The ace, king, jack, 7. Offsuit? Spades, diamonds, hearts, clubs. Yeah, wow. Ace, king, jack, 7. Off. On queen, a3, deuce, jack. Right, just gonna take that note, even though I'm gonna go on a break. Maybe he's still at the same table when I return. Craziest things have happened. I wonder if I should squeeze here, and I think I might. With the gaps. Yeah, I think I'd rather play this one heads up, hopefully. Right, so coming back to the question, Paso, yeah, I think I'm gonna be at PLO 50 one way or another in around 8 weeks, 10 weeks time. Because I have some money coming in from another source, and, you know, if I'm not there by my profits in poker themselves, which I probably won't be, then I will use that money and put it in my bankroll and then move up. And afterwards, I certainly hope to get to PLO 100. I have never ever considered, like seriously considered any higher stakes. Not saying I don't want to get there, but I just never figured I would be in a position to do so. At least not 100 BP poker. When I played short stacking, I played up to PLO 200. Sometimes when the right people were sitting down, but regularly at PLO 100. This is pretty nice. And nice things are happening all over the place right now. Here we flop pretty well as well. Took it down on table 4. Really? Ugh. We probably need to check and give this one up if he bets. Nice. Because it's a splash pot, I decided to come along here. It's not a great hand by any means. Folding this is not a mistake, I think. And if he comes over the top, should he, then of course I'm gonna fold it. No miracle flop, fair enough. Oh yeah, I'm getting hungry. Time to go on the break in a moment. Yeah, those are my goals, Paso. And of course, you know, now that the streaming thing is so much fun, also growing the channel. Or have it grow organically, I guess. So let's take a look at the numbers. On Run It Once, we are up 1 buy-in. On microgaming, I can actually show a graph. I'm up 64 plus 5 rakeback 70, so we're up 90 euros for the day. That is certainly nothing to sneeze at. And we're in the big blind on almost all tables, so I'm gonna leave all tables at the next big blind. I'll host somebody fun, and I'll be back in around 90 minutes. But first, a few more hands. Also, I can show you one sexy graph in a moment, my monthly graph on microgaming. Put that one down. Here, it did come over the top, cause why not? Whew. I follow up aces on the table by even nicer aces, this time ace, ace, 10-10, with diamonds in there as well. Here I'm gonna go for the small bet once more. I get 3-bet on the other table, that is the dream. I turn a gutter and that is it. Let's check fold here. Ooh, not only do I have it... Nah, I'm just gonna check. I don't think it looks too believable. I bet here now. He bets and I folded. Surprised with the cold call, leaving half a stack behind. Well... Ugh. I have 3 ways, I'll need to check fold this one. It's unfortunate, I don't have any backdoors. The 10s as blockers are not good enough. With no, almost no outs against a, you know, a made hand. If he goes out, then it's just gonna suck. So I hope he calls, actually. Okay, thank you, sir. 8s and the straight right away. Would have made a set in the end, wouldn't have mattered, because he had the straight. Good stuff. Here I 3-bet. Need to check it. Both of them check again. Really? I could certainly check here, don't get me wrong. But if they check really quickly on the turn, then we need to take it down. Right. And speaking of, you know, having mentioned that sexy graph, this is it is in big blinds. In euros, you know, it's even nicer. Of course, I'm running massively over EV there. As I said, I ran like God that off-stream session. I'm not gonna try to tell you that I, you know, played played exceptionally well. Ooh, interesting. We're 400 BB deep against, not 400, but 350 against this dude. So let's deal with this one first. think I will check this. Bet here again. He bet's really small and I'm gonna pot it here in a moment. Take this one down. Might be one for the highlight reel. So I think he was the 3-better pre-flop, so if that's the case and he checked, then he's never gonna have the queen 9 here, I think. That's good, the deep stack dudes all went out. That card is, I think, a blank, in the sense that, you know, the queen 9 was there all the time anyway. So this one doesn't make a difference. It is helpful because a bunch of other hands could now call. And we took down a nice pot there for the end of this stream. 38 euros, 37 euros. Raven, welcome back. Right, let me check who is on. Maybe it's a fellow Run It Once. Maybe a fellow Run It Once streamer is on. Komodo Dragon Jesus is always an option. Yeah, let's go with, let's host. Oh, hang on, no, let's do the Queen of Diamonds. Let's go over to her place. She's gonna be super excited. She plays the micros and with a lot of dedication. One of the nicest people I've ever seen on Twitch, like genuinely one of the nicest. And she's gonna be excited. If you guys would give her a follow, if you like anything about the channel, I would. That would be a very nice thing indeed. She certainly deserves it. I think I have the impression she's one of the people that would give you the shirt off her back. Let's play one last hand here. I'm gonna check behind on this board. Specifically, the big blind could hit this one with like a wrap. Okay, that's possibly not horrible. Actually, I should have bet this one, I think. If he checks, then we're almost always good. Unless somebody shows up with kings. 4-8, okay. Yeah, fair enough. Right, that's it. I'm gonna host the Queen of Diamonds in a moment. Let me try out something though. I did a thing. I'm gonna give you the final numbers for the stream as well. Live actions, there should be... Right, I did... Ooh, they're a little bit fast, the credits. Okay, I need to take care of that. I'll do it for the next stream though. I mean, there's... But I think it's a fun addition to have like everybody who subbed and all the followers thing in like an end credit. Those were a little bit fast, unfortunately. Yeah. Right. But let's check out the final numbers. On Run It Once, wow, on Run It Once we are up 2 buy-ins, just a little over actually. And what was it? 3.5 on microgaming? So 5.5 buy-ins, some possibly even a little bit more. Certainly very nice. I'm gonna go on a break. I'll be back in 90 minutes. As always, I announce the new streams on Twitter. If you care, you can follow the channel. Either way, you're gonna get notified, or just check back in. I'm always on. And let's go over to Queen of Diamonds' place. And if you like anything about her, follow her. She deserves it, as I said earlier. Enough talking. Thanks everybody for watching, for keeping me company. It was a fun session.